Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We're playing Green Cities at the moment and we are building up this new area over here, this new suburban area over here right next to the new industrial oil development, and we are leaving some space for a pretty sizable intersection over here. It's not an interchange because it's not on a highway network. This would be an interchange. Actually, even this is not a system interchange. It's just a semi. It's just a kind of an interchange with the normal arterial network. Proper interchange would be something like this, where it is two expressways or freeways that interchange with each other. That's a proper full interchange over there. So this is only not a system interchange. It's just a basic. I don't even know exactly what they would refer to this as, but it is an interchange to some extent, but the roads that they connect are not of the same classification. Okay, so what are we going to do in this episode? I'm thinking I should try and work some magic with this intersection, or yes, this intersection over here. And something that I did see that is quite interesting that I did see is the use of a continuous flow intersection, and I think that might be a good idea to implement over here. But before I get into that, what I will do is I will start by planning out at least this section over here. I'm not sure I'm going to go in here because I'm not sure this intersection might affect it a little bit. I don't think it will a lot, but might start impacting it a little bit. Over here, on the other hand, we can most certainly start making use of some kind of layout. So maybe let's have a quick look. We'll see we've got this going on over here, but I'm not too thrilled with this spacing that we see. But it's not a very big road though. Our biggest road is, yeah, probably that one, but I think I've already started the upgrade on this one, right? Yeah, I've already started upgrading this one to a bigger road. So potentially it might go even bigger, and if that is the case, then this is going to be very tight and close. So let's see what we're going to do over here. What I think is I'll extend what we've got here. Right, I'll extend it up to, say, there. Then we'll run it in a little bit. And let's see about starting an intersection over here, and we'll do a little something different. So up to about there, and I think this is what we're going to want to tie in on that side. This thing I think we can run in straight away, all the way through. It's not going to be a problem, but what I would like to do with this one is actually tie it in over here. So this may very well not be very good. Let's trim that back a little and try this one more time. I'm kind of wondering where is the tipping point. If we do that and that kind of works, right? Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. It's a little funky over here, but I think it's okay. What we'll do is we'll add an extra one from here. So let's start another straight section. So we'll do about 20 from there. Start a straight section. We'll actually run it straight in there. We'll run something like this. Ooh, that's not quite right. So let's do that. So run it something like that and like that. So that gives us at least a little something in there. We could do a similar thing over here, and we can actually tie that up there. So that just provides a little bit more interest. And to be honest, since this is a kind of a residential area, what we'll do is we'll take that out, and that'll make it a little bit more interesting. Well, there's no through movements here anyway, so it's not like you're going to get tons of traffic that's going to try and run through all of this. What we'll do is, since we have a little bit of, we've got a bit of high density alongside this road over here. So what we'll do is I'm gonna do what we've got here is we'll expand this section. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in this area with some more commercial, and then what I'll do is I'll do a little section. Well, that's not quite little, and I'm not going to start it right on that road. I'm going to give it a little bit of room, and we'll do a bit of high density like so. Then we'll move into standard low density areas. This area is where we're going to do any park kind of arrangements. I'll do some more. Probably need to do something like that so you can do a bit of a footpath through there. You can do something like this and like that. We can definitely do a little bit of a stretch over there and over there. Do the same thing on this side. Definitely fill in all of that. I think I'm not going to zone on this just yet, just in case I want to widen this a little bit. Okay, so that's a good starting point, a bit of a shape there. So what we'll do is let's start by linking through some of these main roads. That's gonna link us up with some network at least. This is not gonna have power as a base. It's not gonna have power. Let's see if we can plop a park or two in this area. I don't want to go too crazy with this stuff. Maybe something like that, a bit of a basketball court over there is I think a good one for us, and we'll see what else we plop around there. I am keen on actually almost replicating what we're doing on this side, so let's grab this thing over here. I'm going to do it about 10 out that way. I'll do that, and what we'll do is we'll run it parallel over here. So let's do something like this, and what we'll do is we're going to tie those together. Okay, like that. That looks pretty awesome. I like it. I'm going to do a similar arrangement on this side. Give me the straight section. Again, I'm wondering if we leave it just a little short. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And if we say, what I'm keen on doing is maybe running, yeah, so if I run that section through there, and I run this up here, how am I gonna, this is gonna have to be, I'm gonna have to claw this back a little. So we'll make it a smoother. That's not quite right. That is that better? That looks. I'm guessing that's gonna be what it's gonna be, eh? And now what we'll do, I'm gonna trim this back a tad, and we'll see what we do here. I am almost tempted to do it like that, and same here up to actually up to that point. So this one can do that and do that. We can actually connect those two together. Probably run one through the middle over there. Link this up. I don't mind a little bit of open space. Yeah, how's that? I like that actually. That does not look too bad. It's a little bit of a waste of space in a certain sense. Oh, that's actually workable. That looks good. I like that. That gives a little bit of a different shape in the area. Should we or should we not run this through here? No, we should not. I think we leave these big open spaces here. These big spaces I think is going to be fine. So that's our layout over there. I think what I'm going to try and do now is move towards this. In order to move towards that, I'm kind of thinking maybe we should upgrade this road a little bit. Get one of our bigger roads in place, the 4x4 or something like that, because this section, I'm worried that this section may actually become quite a busy road as it feeds from the main highway over here, especially if we start filling out some areas on this side. So maybe as a starting point, let's see what we can do in terms of upgrading that to a bigger road. And I'm also, because we have a little bit of room, right? So we have room to upgrade this to something that's substantially wider, right? Something like this that actually runs some tram lines, which, to be honest, may be a good idea. Bus lanes. I don't necessarily think tram plus bike lanes. Let's have a quick look. I just want to see what this looks like. Okay, so we've got tram in the center, bike lanes on the side, and a very, very substantial road. I think that's too big, to be honest. That is really substantial. That's very big. I think more along the lines of do we have a 4? Yeah, this is the one. I think that's the one I'm keen on. I think that is indeed the one. Yeah. Just the standard one. What is this? I'm plain tunnel or something. Oh yes, I've got these parking things too. Anyway, get back to what I was busy with over here. So if I go and I'll upgrade these sections to become a nice, because at the moment we've got the asymmetrical, and I don't think the asymmetrical actually. Do we need something that's extremely big? Let's go back. I'm gonna go back. Sorry guys, I'm gonna go back to the asymmetrical. I'm gonna go back. Do we have it as a nice one, or no, let's just go with the standard so it ties into what we've got over here. Okay, so asymmetrical. Okay, and keep going. Okay. So it's got a bit more of an industrial feel over here. But in order for me to really get that to work, I'm wondering if this section doesn't have to do the same thing. Anyway, let's get started. This is the asymmetrical too, right? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So what I'm gonna do with the if we do take the this standard one here, so I'm not sure, yeah, something like that. Okay, and then we do this. Oh, hang on. I'm missing it. It's not. It's the 2 plus 1. So it is this one over here. Let's try that again. Excellent. So that's the one. Okay, and now what I do is I will kind of tie that in there, and that's not quite the right one. I want to do that. Excellent. So I'll and maybe I'll pause the simulation while we actually finish that off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm doing the same thing over here. Not sure. This might be a little bit of trial and error. That's pretty good. And we're going to do the same thing over there. And then of course, oops. I'm gonna flip that one around, And now, okay, so that, oh, and now this section should actually just be the 2x2. That should just be the 2x2. That one can turn quite easily. There's nothing coming out on this side, so this, as it is, can be pretty continuous flow. So this one would want to go into that movement over there, and I'm not sure, maybe we'll have to do this one, so we'll do a big proper one. Okay, hang on, what I'm gonna do is let's go with, actually, let's, for the first thing, let's go back to this setup over here, right? So we've got the standard one there. We're gonna need the standard one over here, and we will do, ooh, this one does not have a standard one, so it'll have to be something like that. And the asymmetrical, on the other hand, what? Hang on, something's funny. I've picked up a, why is my traffic on the wrong side of the road now? I must have picked up one that's not working, that's not the right one. 4-lane with median. Hang on, yeah, there we go, that's better. I must have picked up the wrong one. Things were not making sense. Okay, now let's do that. So that's going to be better. So with this arrangement, we still have a fair bit of space, and this is going to be much higher capacity. So what we do here is, on the asymmetrical, we allow this movement especially. Okay, so hang on, let's quickly fix our movements over here. And this, so, oh, to be very honest, no, it's fine. Let's do that. Let's do this. We'll see. We can tweak it. That's the whole point of this operation, is that it's quite easy for us to go ahead and tweak it. So this one goes in there, and in there, plus in there. And this one is only in here. Okay, so that's the movement. On this side, we do, okay, so here they are both in here, and yeah, that one goes in there, and this goes through there. This one, on the other hand, is only through here. And I'm not sure that angle is appropriate. We'll see. That angle may not work quite well. Okay, so let's go over here. So now this is only through. Okay, and this one, oh, this one does, and in fact could have a turn. But this section may not be required, because that turn as well as that turn is covered. So this one should in fact be a smaller road. But this one, on the other hand, is something we're going to pick up back here. Yeah, actually, that could be what we do. So let's grab, and for that we don't need the 2x1, we just do the standard 2-lane. Okay, and what we do is we just run it kind of up there, and we turn it in here, and whoops, that's a little bit tight. We turn it something like that. There we go. It's a little close to this intersection right over here, but it should be okay. So now this is also only through. It's a little bit of a hybrid intersection. Okay, so through there. This one is through here. That one is, oh, this one doesn't have the turn. So this one in fact can go there, plus there or there, and then what I'll do is this one will go there, and this one will go there. So for that reason, we can actually run these together by giving that a bit of a line there. And then this one goes straight through there. We'll see this one here. I'm hoping I'm not boring you guys with this bit of an experimental continuous flow intersection. So that just goes straight through there. This one makes a turn in here, probably a free turn, and then these two both go in that direction as a turn. So this can now accommodate a hell of a lot of traffic. What it cannot do, however, is give us a U-turn unless we allow for the U-turn over here, which I doubt we can really accommodate, given that we're going to want to run this movement with this movement. So I'm not sure that'll really work too well. Oh, hang on. And you're also going to be able to, why is that? Oh yes, also going to be able to do this and that and that. Okay, I think, and then that should kind of cover the stuff. This is fairly straightforward, not too difficult. Oh, I need to tweak this one a bit. So this one is in here and that one is in here also in there, and this one is going that way and that way. This one is not doing that turn, it is making this straight through because it would have made the turn over here. So there you go. That's kind of what we have in mind. Okay, so let's start running it and see how it looks. Get rid of those things and see how that works. Of course, what we need, actually hang on, we need to just have a quick look. So we've got signals here, signals here, signals here, signals there, signals there. So what should be happening? Well, let's run it a little bit and see what it does. But what should be happening is we should have very little, but there's not a lot of traffic in here. So what we'll do is we'll leave that over here. I'll quickly explain what this does so that you can understand. But what we're going to do is we're going to come back, tweak it at some point when there's more traffic to see if it works. Basically what this intersection does, it takes your right turn out of that intersection. It also takes this standard left turn out of that intersection by running it alongside here. So the guys who want to turn left into this road comes down here and do that, and over here, so there's no big left turn happening over here. Yeah, so that's basically what happens, and the same thing over here. So these guys that want to turn left here, they do it outside and they've got their queue before they get there, and then they've got these guys these guys that want to turn right coming through here. So basically what happens here, it's only through movements, and if you have the full setup of this side also, then that right turn will be out there. But because we only have a one way, there's very little point in us doing that. So it's basically just running up in this direction. So that's the continuous flow intersection, because all of these things, all of these signals should also be coordinated, so that all of the movements kind of almost run together, and it's a very limited impact on this area. But since it's not busy yet, there's very little that we are seeing over here, deeming necessary, and so on. So we'll leave that be, and what we'll do is we'll continue by filling in the rest of this over here. So if I grab this road that we've started with over there, and we'll continue it straight over there, and then I want to basically do, maybe that's a little bit too far. If we do that, and we do a little, I almost feel, yeah, that's probably what we need to do. So if I then do that, that kind of is giving me, yeah, this same shape that we have over here. So that's what we'll probably deal with. And then I'm kind of thinking maybe a little bit of a few cul-de-sac arrangements. Maybe we'll have another intersection over there. I don't quite know, but let's grab a little bit of a section. So let's run a little something like that. A little something. Ooh, that's not quite right. That looks a little bit funny. Okay, I'm gonna try and get it there. I don't want to. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to give it a little bit of a chance. So that's a little close there. Maybe if we do something like that, it will work a little bit better. And what we could do is we can actually just instead of doing that, let's just do something like this. Oops, it's a bit of a scrolling exercise. And what I'll do is I'm gonna grab this, yeah, this tool here, and we'll yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, and that's way too tight. So let's do that, and we will do something like this. And at the same time, then we probably need to do that. Yeah, that's going to be pretty much be the thing that we do here. If we run it straight down here, and if we do kind of say something like that, if we run this one straight down there and we run it say like that, and we tie these together, that is a fairly interesting little intersection there. I'm not sure this is, yeah, I don't like it. It's not good. It's not good at all. Okay, so let's extend this, and we'll extend that. And now I'm kind of thinking, yes, that is much better. That is so much better. So much. And all we need to do is run one more straight down the middle. That works so much better. That looks pretty good. It's a little bit rough around these edges though. Actually, maybe that is a bit too rough. So let's trim that back, and we'll trim that back a bit. At the same time, I might do it a little bit more. That's a little bit too much. So we'll do something like that, and then we'll just make it a much smoother curve there. It's not very smooth, but it's at least smoother. Yeah, so that makes more sense. So now we've got, yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So we can start laying out some stuff in here, in both of these, and we probably need to look at a little bit of amenity. Wow, these high density buildings have taken quite well over here. I'm thinking this area here for some schools. What do we have on this side? We've got a primary, a public library. So what I'm thinking, maybe this area right here for a bit of a high school. That's a high school, right? Modern high school. So maybe another high school right over here in this corner. So let me grab one of those. Institute of Creative Arts, right? That's an alternative to a high school, and it's pretty pricey. That's okay. And why do I have Anarchy on again? See, again, I don't quite get why I'm easily able to run it straight through. So I'm not sure what the Anarchy mod is that's kind of causing this issue. But I am thinking we squeeze in the institute right over there. That looks pretty cool on this road. Does it work? Yeah, I think that works. So that's there. I'm thinking we need to do some pathways and walkways and things there. How is this going? So what we probably should do is throw in a few of these. Maybe right here. We'll plop one of those. Do we need a doctor's office or something? Let's just have a quick look. Hospital, medical clinic. Is there something small like a doctor's office? Yeah, let's do that. Let's plop a doctor's office on the other side, so we keep those guys happier. How did we do with fire? No, fire department. Is fire dealt with? This area is a little bit thin on fire, but the rest is okay. I may include a small little one. What is that? A local fire station. So how shall we place it? Something like that. Just for a little bit of action over there, and then maybe a bit of a local police station over here too. A rural police station. Oh, we've got one over there, I think. Oh no, that's a bit of a different one. There isn't really anything. That's the closest one, and that's a fairly big one over there. Is there something? What is that? That's a asset, prison asset. Texarkana, which is another prison asset, I believe. Prison. So we don't have a lot in terms of these guys. Maybe a bit of a rural police station also. Just kind of somewhere over there. And what I'm thinking is what would be good practice is if we, that's not going to work. Is if we just do a bit of commercial on this strip right here. It's a bit of a main street where all the stuff is kind of happening. Okay, let's quickly see about water. So water is not well extended, so let's look into that. Cut this one through there, and then we'll cut it through like this, and then this one we just kind of continue along this road. So there's a little spot here that's not getting much love, so we'll just give it a little bit of a spur on like that. Okay, good stuff. Now what I'm going to do is the rest of this is going to be some nice residential, and we'll see how we handle it. Actually, what I want to do is kind of trim that through there, and what we'll do is we'll trim that through there, so we can at least do a bit of a walkway, and it can go all the way through there. That's pretty good. So let's run it like this, like that, like so. Yeah, let's fill it in a little bit. We'll fill it in nicely. Yeah, this will work actually. This will work quite well. Okay, that's maybe a bit of a dead end over there. There we go. Fill in some more stuff here. Kind of wondering if we should go a bit more high density. I don't think we should. Leave this little stretch here. If high density is required, this is probably around the stretch that we're going to want to do it, is along this road. So I'll leave that one open for now, and we'll just do the basics. I'm kind of wondering if we do a bit of a park in this area, so that there's a bit of a kind of a run through over to this side. Yeah, definitely in that section I think a park is required. We're probably getting towards the end of this recording. Oh, that's, what is this? Can't remember installing any of these things, so it's a little bit funny. Tennis club. Not sure. Regional soccer. I'm not sure that is appropriate. Okay, so where else do I have some assets? I think I have some assets. No, those are trees. Where else? Where else? One of these. What do we have over here that we could use? Something like that. What is this? Friendly neighborhood park. Yeah, that might be a good idea. We'll add a bit of a friendly neighborhood park. It does tie in quite well, so what we could do is we could actually run those little pathways. We can tie in. Actually, well, let's do a straight line. Just turn off the snapping. For goodness sake. Turn off the snapping. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll tie in as much as we potentially can. Don't necessarily want us to run funny stuff. What I do want to do is do a little bit of that. And a bit of that. And through there. And all the way through there. So you've got a little bit of a connection at least to stuff that's sensible. That side we've got a similar... Do we have a similar setup over here? Can we tie that in? I believe we can. It looks pretty decent to me. So if I run this something like that and we run it through there, that's pretty good. So we can almost extend that a little bit doing that. At the same time, what we could do is we could do something like that and fill up the rest of this as a bit of a park. That could actually work quite well. So let's see about getting our water connected all the way to the park and all the way back here. So all of that is now covered, and let's just as a final few touches fill in some more of the residential components right over here. I'm gonna leave that one open right there. Do that. Do something like this and like that. Do a little piece over there. I'm definitely going to fill in some more of this. Leave a little bit of gap there so we can squeeze a few things through there. Let's keep a bit of a gap there, and we run it in there. And that's going to kind of be the setup. We'll squeeze in one more over there, and that's kind of what we've got here, right? A bit of that. So that's another piece of the neighborhood. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to put a cut in here. So that's the continuous flow intersection. We will update that and upgrade it and so on as things get busier. Especially we need to do the tweaking of the signals and all of the movements. But I think for now it's sufficient. I think where we were having some big traffic problems, we don't anymore. All of this is seemingly working. We're obviously using a little bit more aggressive nature of traffic and so on. So all of this is kind of doing quite well. So yes, please give this video a like if you did like it, and leave a comment down below if you've got some questions. And yes, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.